tied to that, obviously, is the question of financial aid, which you just touched on. And I know that one question has come in already on the question of merit aid. So could you comment, and obviously we will be talking a lot more about this next week when we talk specifically about the whole financial component of this.
Right.
So in kind of the whole aid packet of need-based aid versus merit-based aid, and also then merit tying to testing. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't foresee any major changes in the approaches that colleges take. It breaks down to a few categories. Just very quickly, there is a relative handful of colleges that are able to do what's called meet full need. And in most of those cases, what that means is that colleges will provide financial aid, need-based financial aid, to kids who apply for it. And that's it. They provide need-based financial aid, and that's all they do. There are a bunch of many other institutions that do some kind of mixture. They provide need-based financial aid, and they also provide what they call merit aid. Really, it's just additional discounting to try to encourage those students to whom they offer it to attend. And so I sort of think of it as matriculation aid. They're trying to bring in kids who are particularly attractive to them. I think they'll keep doing that. They have to. Nothing will change in terms of that institutional desire among places that cannot meet full need for everybody. So they have to kind of decide how they're going to load their packages. And I think they'll keep doing that. State universities are a different category, and we could talk about that in another session.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And you mentioned before the question of different kinds of application timing options, like early action, ED, those kinds of things. How about that?
Students have been asking me often about what will happen to the application system next fall as they see testing being canceled and delayed. They wonder, what about application deadlines and different application options? There are several of them. Some institutions run on a system called rolling admissions. Some institutions use an so-called early action system. Some use an early decision system. Some use both. Most institutions have a so-called regular decision. There are a few other sort of specialized other additional application options at some institutions. So I've already seen a bit of a shift. Some schools that offer early decision, generally early decision deadlines start around November 1st. So there are a lot at November 1st. There are a lot November 15th. There are a few other early decision dates in that fall period. A number of institutions that only have had one early decision option in the fall are considering adding a second early decision option in January. A number of institutions already have it, but others that have not are considering adding it because it will give kids more time to think about making that commitment. Early decision means you apply, and if you are admitted, you have to attend. And so they're worried that for the fall, kids just may not be ready to make that commitment by November 1st, which I think is right. So I've seen places consider that. Some places are considering adding early action because, again, they're worried that kids aren't going to be ready to make a commitment as early as they have been in the past. So far, I have not actually seen them moving the deadlines. Instead of doing that, they're talking about changing the options.
Right. Okay. Interesting.